Good evening, everyone. This is JP Costia, and I'm incredibly excited to share with all of you this evening. I honestly feel that, I'm working on the biggest project of my life along with all of you guys because what we're doing at the moment is going to be incredible. I feel it's the biggest project of my life because, not just from a health point of view, but also just from a point of view of just well-being and from an opportunity point of view. And that's why I feel compelled to share this with every single person that comes along my path. Something that I just want to share with all of you that's really important is that we need 20 minutes of your focus time just to go through the presentation with you. And what's also really important is that it might be a good thing maybe to get your spouse to listen in this evening, or perhaps just to show them the presentation afterwards so you can make a qualified decision. Now, the one thing I want you to think about is, what's the number one investment that people can make? Think about it. What is the number one investment that people can make? And if you think about that, for me, it's without a doubt, it's your health, because without health, you've got nothing. So think about that, is that if you haven't got your health, you've got nothing. And quite recently, there was an article that was written that was saying, what are the two things that are keeping people awake at night? And 96% of people lying awake at night are worrying about two things. It's their health and their finances. And that's why I'm so excited about this. And that's why I want to share this with every single person that comes along my path. So just a little bit about background about myself. I was introduced to this incredible company, 7-8 years ago. I was very, very skeptical before I got involved. I went to a presentation and I made a qualified decision afterwards. And I realized that, I just got so excited about what the product could do. And I got excited about the scientific validation this company had. And more importantly than that, I was so excited about being able to share a product with people that's got a 90-day money-back guarantee, which made it something that was just incredibly easy to share with people. And I think that's what makes this company different, and that's what makes it unique. And that's why I'm excited about this, is because, when you're sitting with a product that's got the validation, the patents, the guarantee on their product like we do, and you back it up with an incredible compensation plan, it's just the perfect storm of opportunity. So we're going to do this presentation in 20 minutes. As I shared with all of you, make sure to get your spouse to have a look at the presentation as well, so you can make a qualified decision, because I understand that sometimes people can be skeptical when you see this for the very first time. So ask the person that shared this with you, if there are any questions or things you're concerned about, because definitely for me as well, when I first got introduced, I was also asking a lot of questions and I was uncertain about some things. So make sure that you ask the right questions, because, I always feel, don't let small things cheat you out of big opportunities. So let's get right into the presentation. So this evening, we're going to be doing the presentation in South African Rand. And this will also go into YouTube straight away, so you can share this with any people out there that you think this information could be of value to. So as we go into the presentation, here we go. Okay, so the first of all, you got to think about this. What did you do if money and time were no object? What did you do different in your life? And I think so many people are getting involved in this industry, getting involved in this company, because people are looking for solutions. They're realizing there's so many challenges out there. I mean, just in South Africa, we've experienced, we've recently had an interest rate hike. We've seen what that's done to our bond repayments, our car repayments, our credit card payments. I mean, most people are realizing that things are getting more expensive. In fact, in South Africa, I was reading an article just a few days ago. It was actually suggesting that inflation is more than 0.6% every single month. What does that mean? It means that your basket of goods is becoming more expensive by 0.6% every single month. So how are people going to make that extra income? How are they going to subsidize that income that they were getting but not getting anymore? Because obviously the problem with it is that inflation is really eating into your finances, and that's why it's so important that people look at earning an additional stream of income. Now, one of the other challenges that people are facing, many of us have debt, whether it be student debt or student loan debt that they have. Some of us obviously have bonds that we've got to pay off that takes between 20 and 30 years. Most people finance their motor vehicles because they can't buy them cash. So there are many challenges that people have out there, and one of them obviously is debt. And the other challenge that we have is that most of the jobs these days are being outsourced to contractors, and of course technology is taking over so many of the jobs that people had. Think about the banking sector, think about the travel sector. People are not doing many of these things themselves. And one of the challenges regarding all those things is that money-related stress contributes to overall health challenges. I mean, most people are highly strung, they're highly stressed out, and so of course they have to look for solutions. And what are some of the choices that people can make? Well, the one thing that they can do is they can shrink their dreams to fit their income, or perhaps what you can do is you can expand your income to attain your dreams. I think very often when we're very young, we've got these massive, huge dreams. And when we get older, we sacrifice those dreams we had because we realize that our incomes aren't matching up to what the dreams we had. So the great thing about this is, and what I love about this opportunity, it gives people the opportunity to start doing something part-time. They can work from home. They can be their own boss. And more importantly, they can start for just, for a fraction of the price. They can just buy a product and they can be in business for the very first time. Now, what we can also do is we can work smarter. And when I was about 17, 18 years old, I was introduced to a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. And in this book, he speaks about the cash flow quadrant. And he says that all of us are in one of these different quadrants. Now, on the left-hand side of the quadrant, you'll see linear income. And that's where you're trading time for money. So if you're not working, if you're not there, you've got no income. And of course, on the right-hand side of the quadrant, he speaks about long-term income. And that's where people have money that work for them, or they have people that work for them. Now, what all of us have to realize is that 90% of the people are on the left-hand side of the quadrant, where you're in the E and the S quadrant, where, really what happens is that 90% of the people really control about 10% of the wealth. And what he urges all of us to do is to make a shift over from the left-hand side of the quadrant, where you're earning a linear income, to earning a long-term income, where you become a business owner, where you have a system, or you have a system working for you, and of course become an investor, where really we find that 10% of the people really control about 90% of the global wealth. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because Robert Kiyosaki, who speaks about the cash flow quadrant, recently also wrote a book called The Business of the 21st Century, talking about the industry we involved in, direct sales, network marketing, multi-level marketing, as the future, because so many people are realizing this is a great way for people to diversify their income. Because I can honestly urge all of you, if you watching this presentation right now, don't wait till you're thirsty to start digging your well. Dig your well before you're thirsty. It's always a good thing to have an additional stream of income. So I can honestly share with you, carry on doing what you're doing full time, but look at earning an additional stream of income by doing something part time. Because as Jim Rohn said, work full time on your job and work part time on your fortune. This is a great way for people to diversify their income. Now, what we're finding at the moment is that there are these two industry mega trends that are colliding. Now, on the one side, you've got the health and wellness trend, which is just exploding. I think all of us can see it all around us. How many of us are going to wellness warehouse and we're seeing organic this, organic that, and people are trying to eat healthier, trying to put better things in their body, because they're realizing that the modern day diet has changed drastically. Many of these things we're not finding in the modern day diet. The nutrients we're nutrient deficient. So many people are very, very open to health and wellness, and this has been predicted to be the next $1 trillion industry. And there's a few reasons why the health and wellness industry is going to be the next $1 trillion industry. Number one thing is that healthcare is not providing adequate solutions. We're finding that more and more people have all different diseases today, which they didn't have 50 years ago. More and more people are picking up weight, they're obese. So all of this is contributing towards the health and wellness industry being the next $1 trillion industry. Now, Goldman Sachs did an article a few years ago saying when the health and wellness industry collide with a compelling business model, which is the direct selling industry, that's going to be the perfect storm of opportunity. Now, I'm so excited about this direct selling industry because I think when I first got introduced to it, I was very skeptical about it because I didn't really understand how it worked. But if you go and do your due diligence, you'll realize that this industry is growing massively. It's growing by leaps and bounds. I was actually speaking to a lady today who goes to these trend forecasts, and she was saying that people are forecasting that the direct selling industry is the next big thing to be part of. So you look at the health and wellness industry on the one side, and you combine that with the direct sales industry, where you're finding that it's almost being predicted to be almost a $250 billion industry. It's rapidly growing. It's growing faster than traditional retail sales. So this is really the place to be. And on top of that, you've got 90% of the people involved in this industry are really doing it part time. So word of mouth marketing is the future. Whether people like it or not, this is where business is moving towards. And I'm obviously very, very excited to be being introduced to that industry 7-8 years ago. It was a life-changing decision I made that evening, and I'm just compelled to share this with every single person that comes along my path. Now, whether the business is for them, that's completely up to them, but I feel that every single person should be looking at the products that our company represents. Now, the perfect time for the perfect model. Why do we say that? Well, if you look at the direct sales model, you've got the manufacturer. Then what we do have is we've got me and you, And then, of course, we've got your social network, the people you know, the people you speak to on a daily basis, your friends and family, people you're friends with on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. All these different things are ways to connect with people. So what makes this such an incredible and desirable attribute is because of low startup cost. People can just buy a product and they can be in business. On top of that, they've got a consumable product. I mean, this is the key thing. Many people are getting involved with the direct sales industry because it's something that's consumable. It's a product that runs out every single month. So very, very important. If you're looking at doing this from a residual income point of view, where you've got money that works for you, think about it from a royalty income point of view. Think about where you can make a sale once, and you can earn a lifetime income from that, from people using the product or service that you are sharing with people. So we've got a consumable product backed up by proprietary technology. Of course, you get paid what you put in. So if you work hard and you build lots of volume, you're going to earn a large amount of commission. If you don't put lots of effort in, you don't build your volume, you're obviously going to earn no income. There's a flexible schedule, so you choose the hours that you want to work. No one's going to tell you when to work or what hours you need to work, but there are, of course, certain criteria you got to obviously follow. There's certain meetings that's going to be a good thing to be plugging into them if you want to build your business. And but of course you can choose your working schedule, which is really, really great. So it's great for people to work from home. If you want to be a full-time dad or full-time mom, it's a great avenue to explore. Of course, the potential tax advantages of having a home-based business are just incredible. I haven't paid for a meal or for a flight or for anything for the last 8 years, because all of these things are business expenses. And so that's why I'm excited, and that's why I feel it's the perfect model for the perfect time. And we're going to find more and more companies going through direct sales in the near future. So the company we've teamed up with is a research and development company called Manatech. And what I love about this company is they've been in business since 1994. So for me, it shows that they're sustainable. They're going to be around for a very long time. I mean, they've been sued and sued other companies. I mean, they've been through all the traditional things that a normal conventional company would go through. They've actually been through all those things. So they've got a track record, and of course been in business for 22, 23 years now. And I think that just shows people that it's sustainable. I mean, that we've got a unique product and we've got a unique company. Why I'm also so excited is that we're currently doing business in 25 different countries. And what that means is that if you know people in any one of these 25 different countries, you can in fact build your business there. And what I always share with people when I'm sharing this with them is that you're not an agent. I mean, wherever you know people, you can build your business. It doesn't matter if you know people in South Africa, or if you know people in Australia, America, or in the East. If we are open in that market, you can build your business. People can go online, they can order their product, they can, it gets delivered directly to them. And of course, they can become distributors and start building the business in those markets as well. What makes our company unique is that we've got more than 100 international patents. In fact, recently we awarded our 117th patent in global markets. And I think that's incredible, because we're not just making another product. We're making something that's unique just to us. People can only get these products from us. They can't buy this anywhere else. So our products are patent protected. We're, of course, a public company. I love that about Manatech, is that we publicly traded on the NASDAQ. We audit it 4 times a year. It's completely transparent. And I think that's something that's really important. That's also sort of something that separates us from a lot of companies out there, that we're not just a fly-by-night company. We're a company that's going to be here for the long run. We've got major shareholders, and I mean, we've got a market cap of about $60 million. So it's a big company, but of course it's going to grow as we open up more markets. And something that's very exciting about this as well is, speaking about markets, is that when we open, we're currently doing business in 25 different markets now, but we're going to be opening another 75 markets in the next few years. I mean, so there's a global opportunity for all of us, living in South Africa, sharing this with people all over the world, just looking at, Brazil, Russia, India, China, all those emerging markets. Think about countries like Malaysia, Vietnam, Indonesia, Nigeria. I mean, all those markets are still open for all of us. And guess what? All those people in those markets want health and wellness. They want better quality of life, and we obviously offer that to people. Just want to go through this very, very quickly. Obviously, we've got incredible, leadership structure. Al Bala is our CEO and president. He's been in the industry for more than 20 years. He's opened up, this kind of business in more than 60 different countries. Chris Simons is our regional president, who has been got so much experience in this industry, and I'm fortunate to call, in fact, Al Bala and Chris Simons, and of course Dr. Steve Nugent. They're all friends of all of us. And of course, Dr. Steve Nugent was the president of the American Naturopathic Association. He's been in this industry for more than 20 years and has helped us formulate a large amount of our products as well. We've just recently developed something called the Global Scientific Advisory Board, where basically we've got a group of scientists, of more than 10 scientists from all over the world, that help us develop our products and to make sure we bring products to market that are valid, that are, that are unique, and that have got the best ingredients in them. Awards and significant achievements we've got. I mean, I'm just want to share with all of you is that we've got more than 17 published clinical trials in our products. I mean, I think that just is incredible. I mean, many of these are on PubMed. That so you can go to PubMed, you can actually go and type in the product names. You're going to find many clinical trials that we have on our technology, and that's something that separates us from many companies out there. So we are really pioneers of glyconutrition. So we're actually the first company in the world that's brought a whole new class of nutrient to market called glyconutrition. So you can't get this technology anywhere else but through our company. And of course, our flagship product is Ambritose. Most of our products have got Ambritose in them because of what this product does. Our clinical trials on this product indicate that it helps with cognitive function, digestive function, immune function, and we've got more than 50 patents internationally on this product as well. So just something that I want to share with you before I expand the compensation plans. You've got to realize that there's a global market for life-changing products. I mean, if you look at nutrition and integrative health, it's about an $82 billion global market. But look at here's the key thing. Weight management, $586 billion global market. And I think that is huge. I mean, that's 5, 6, 7 times bigger than the whole nutrition and integrative health. And we've got products in all these different markets. And on top of that, we've also got, of course, skincare and anti-aging, which is predicted to be an $11 billion market by 2018. So we've got an array of different products in all these different market segments. So you can feel very comfortable that there's something for everyone. Key thing about this business is it's all about customers. If customers love your products, you're going to have a sustainable business. And more importantly than that, when customers love your products, they're going to share this with other people out there. Key thing about our products, this is something that makes us unique, is we've got a 90-day satisfaction guarantee on our product. I mean, this makes it so easy to be able to share this with other people out there. It makes it easy to be able to share the business with people. It makes it easy to be able to share the product with people. And remember, the 80% of our market is really product users. And that's the key thing, is that if to have a sustainable business, you want lots of people that are satisfied with the product. And I love that our company puts our money where our mouth is, and we're offering our clients a 90-day satisfaction guarantee. So it's easy to get started. How do you get started? Well, first of all, you select the business pack. There's 3 different packs people can get started on. There's a basic associate pack, which is just over 500 Rand. There's a preferred associate pack, which is about 1,250 Rand. And then there's the all-star pack, which is 5,250 Rand. All these different packs gives you products. So there's no sign-up fee or joining fee. All you're doing is you're buying products that you'd like to use for you and your family. And of course, you want to set up your auto ship where you're getting your product on a monthly basis. And of course, share this with other people out there, whether it's for the business or for the product. So what is the first level you want to achieve is regional director. Now, regional director is the first level of leadership in our compensation plan. And what you've got to do is you've got to build up points, anything between 1,500 points and 5,999 points. So how do you do that? Well, the first thing you can do is you can personally share this with 15 people who are each ordering 100 points. That would be 1,500 points. Or what you could do is, why don't you share this with 6 people? Let's assume you share this with 4 people that are product users, and they say, listen, I just want to use the product on a monthly basis. And let's assume that 2 of your friends say, you know what, I'm looking for an opportunity. I'm looking to diversify my income. And you help 2 of your friends do the same thing. Then there'd be about 15 people ordering the product. And then you'd have more than 1,500 points. And then you call the regional director, and we want to help you do that in the first 1 to 3 months. And regional directors earn on average about 24,000 Rand a year is the annual income, which means a monthly estimate of about 1,860 Rand. Once you become a regional director, so let's assume it's about 15 people using 100 points. 100 points is about just over 1,000 Rand. And then you obviously have got more than 1,500 points. So that's your first goal. Once you achieve the level of regional director, what you want to do now is you want to identify in your business, 4 people that want to become regional directors as well. So you want to help 3 to 4 people become regional directors as well. So they've each got their 1,500 points. So they can earn an extra 24,000 Rand a year or 1,860 Rand. Then you, of course, you're going to have more than 6,000 points in your business. There you're called a national director. So national director is anything between 6,000 points and 20,000 points in your business. Our goal is to do this in the first 3 to 6 months. Some people are going to do this in 1 month. Some people are going to do this in 12 months. It depends on how much time and effort you put into this. But the way you achieve this is by helping your 4 people become regional directors. And of course, then you're going to have more than 6,000 points in your business. National directors earn on average annual income of more than 100,000 Rand a year. And that's an average, a monthly estimate of about 7,940 Rand a month that national directors earn. And this is a great level to get to. Once you become a national director, same thing. You identify 4 people in your whole organization that each want to earn an extra 8,000 Rand a month and become national directors. And by doing that, you can have more than 20,000 points in your business. Now you're called an executive director. Now, an executive director is anything between 20,000 points and just under 60,000 points, or 59,999. And executive directors earn annual income of about just over 300,000 Rand a year, which is about a monthly estimate of 23,000 Rand a month. Now, how will 23,000 Rand extra on top of what you're earning already, what difference will that make for most people out there? I think an enormous difference. And all you've done this, the only way you achieve this is by helping other people get to national director. Now, the next step in the compensation plan is to become a presidential director. Now, the way you do that is helping your 3 or 4 leaders you've identified, helping them each get to executive where they can earn an extra 23,000 Rand a year or extra 300,000 Rand a year. And by doing that, you become a presidential director, which is a minimum of 60,000 points. And the goal is to do this anything between 1 year and 5 years. It depends on how much time and effort you put into the business. Now, presidential directors earn on average annual income of about 730,000 Rand, which is, in our monthly estimates, about 56,000 Rand a month for a presidential director. And this is an incredible level to get to. I was very fortunate to get to this level more than 6-7 years ago when I was still just 22, 23 years old. So anyone can do it. It doesn't matter if you're too young or you can never be too young, or you can never be too old. Now, of course, once you become a presidential director, you spend the rest of your life helping other people become presidential directors. Now, remember I said the whole point about the business is about helping other people make a success. So once you've become a presidential, you now want to help other people become presidential. Now, what I've shown you is once you've helped 4 different people reach the level of presidential, what I just want to share is when you've helped one person, so you've helped one person do that, you call the bronze presidential. So they're earning, income of about 730,000 Rand a year. Then you call the bronze presidential, and then your income will go up to about 900,000 Rand a year. Once you've helped the second person do that, you call the silver presidential, or your income goes up to about 1.6 million a year, or about just over 130,000 Rand a month is the average. You call the silver presidential. You become a gold presidential, where you've helped 3 different people become a presidential. You call the gold presidential, which is about anything between 2.2 and 2.5 million Rand a year, which is about between 150 and about 200,000 Rand a month. That's when you call the gold presidential. And of course, the next level is when you've helped the 4th person reach the level of presidential director, where your income starts at an average of 250,000 Rand a month. And this income is anything between 4 and 5 million Rand a year. The only way you get there is by helping other people achieve the level of presidential. So think, when we go back aside, think about your whole objective is to help other people get to the level of presidential. So you cannot make a success unless you've helped other people make a success. And that's what I love about this business. It's all about helping other people make a success. So your success is directly proportionate to the amount of people you can help do this. Now, just something quickly I just want to share with you. It's a business of the 21st century, social, mobile, global. You tap into a social network. You can use your mobile phone or iPad or a MacBook or whichever computer you've got, and you can build a global business. And I think that's what makes it so amazing. What the company does, they provide obviously the products and the resources and the guides and everything like that, and the online resources, events, training, mentoring. That's what you and I do. Is we just have to go out there and go and share this with people. And there's a great support structure that people can obviously plug into. Just something in closing, we've got an amazing program called Mission 5 Million, where every single month when you use the product for yourself, we'll actually nourish your child in the products as well. So you're not only just making a difference in your world, but you can make a difference in the world at the exact same time. So I think that's incredible. It's sort of a donation through consumption model. So so just you can help people while you're helping yourself. And then just the last thing, as I mentioned earlier, very, very important. You got to realize is that, make a decision, get back to the person who invited you to this presentation, ask the questions you want to ask. there's answers for everything out there. You know, it's a good thing to ask the questions. And, you know, the last thing I just want to leave you with is, when you look at anything in life, you've got to look at the benefits and look at the risks. Well, what are the benefits of why people get involved in this? Well, the number one reason I would say is because of the product, because they're interested in their health and wellness. The other reason I would say is because the extra income. You know, people are looking to diversify their income. They're looking to make extra 5 or 10 or 20 or 50 or 100,000 a month on top of what they're earning already. So that's the other reason. The other factor why people look at this is because of the tax advantages. They're looking for a home-based business. They're looking for the travel incentives that our company offers all over the world, you know, whether it be Hawaii or Mauritius or Singapore. We've been able to travel and been very fortunate to travel all over the world. Many people are looking for something, you know, where they can do something that's inheritable, you know, so where a business can, you know, you can leave a legacy, you know, your business carries on whether you're there or not. And of course, many people are concerned about their retirement. What a great way of doing something part-time. You're working with an American public company, and you're obviously able to earn you know, build your business while you're working full-time on a part-time basis. And of course, you know, I've just mentioned some of the benefits, but let's look at the risks. Well, I always love talking about the risk, because really essentially there are no risks. I mean, it's 500 Rand to get your basic associate pack. You're getting a product for that. It's 1,250 Rand for your preferred associate pack, and you're buying product for that. And you're obviously getting a bit more product. And of course, the All-Star pack, which is the once-off 5,250 Rand, you're getting a whole array of different products. You can try all the different products we have. And, you know, and that's also once off, you know. And on top of that, you still got a 90-day money-back guarantee. And that's why, for me, this is a no-brainer. And that's why I just feel so excited about this. As I mentioned to all of you earlier, I feel this is the biggest project I've ever worked on. You know, I'm seeing such a huge opportunity for all of us in South Africa as we go and expand our business internationally. Think about how many South Africans are living in, not only in the UK, but in Australia, in New Zealand, you know, in the East, you know. So there's a global opportunity for all of us to you know, really spread a blanket of health and wellness and opportunity all across the world. So thank you very much. I really appreciate you taking the time out. You know, you taking half an hour out of your time to listen to this presentation. As I said earlier, get back to the person that shared this with you. Get all the information. Make sure you ask the questions. And we look forward to see you on the beaches of the world. And more importantly, I look forward to applauding your success. Thank you very much.